Unexpected. Jungkook returns at 12 p.m. Jimin reveals all. Exactly at midnight, when most of Seoul was sleeping in silence, one shocking news broke the silence. Jungkook was back. No official announcement. There are no teaser posters. But at 00:00 KST, Jungkook showed up, not on stage, not in a song release, but in the most personal place, in an old rehearsal room they used to call second home. And the one person who was waiting for him there was Jimin. This incident was captured in a special trailer released exclusively on Bangtan's YouTube channel, titled 00:00// The Return. A 9-minute video that immediately occupied the #1 trending position within 2 hours after airing. The video opens with the quiet atmosphere of BTS's rehearsal room. The floor is clean, the mirror reflects dim light, and the digital clock in the corner of the room shows the time, 11:57 p.m. The camera slowly moved, showing Jimin sitting cross-legged in the middle of the room. He looked calm, wearing a loose t-shirt and black training pants. In his hand, there was a small thermos filled with warm coffee. His eyes looked at the door. Then, at 00:00 exactly, the door opened. Jungkook walked in, wearing a gray hoodie and slightly damp hair, like exhausted from rain or exercise. Without saying a word, he looked at Jimin, then walked towards him. The two only smiled slightly and sat next to each other. No music, no formalities, just presence. And from this point, the story begins. I am the voiceover that accompanies the video. Jimin's voice sounds slow and honest. There are many things I can't tell others. But when he's not around, I know he'll be back. Exactly 12 o'clock. Because he always keeps his word without having to say it. It broke the hearts of millions of soldiers. Speculation immediately sprang up. Where has Jungkook been all this time? What is it, a short break from the spotlight? Is there a personal project he is preparing? Or is it all a form of inner journey that only the two of them understand? But Jimin answered everything in one sentence full of meaning. He did not leave. He just shut up. And sometimes, even silence can be very loud. After that, the camera shows them exchanging gazes. Then Jimin hands a small earphone to Jungkook. The song played was not mentioned, but the two listen together, closing their eyes. They don't talk. But it all feels like the most whole conversation. It didn't take long. Social media was immediately hit by a storm of emotions. Fans began to associate this moment with BTS's old songs that used a lot of time symbols, especially 00:00, which is known as a soul healing song. Many believe that Jungkook and Jimin were conveying something very personal, that the time 00:00 is not just a marker of a new day, but a new beginning, a second chance, and a promise that is secretly held close to the heart. One viral comment wrote, "He didn't come back to perform. He went back to make sure Jimin wasn't waiting alone." A few hours after the video was released, Jimin shared a short post on Weverse. He said there was no need for an alarm, because I know exactly when he'll be back. And true, 12 o'clock. ARMY responded with a flood of emotional comments. Speech balloon, Jimin, you always knew before we even realized. Speech balloon, you are each other's home. We were just lucky guests to see it. Speech balloon, midnight is your time, not anyone's. After the video, midnight / The Return shook the hearts of the fans. The atmosphere among the ARMY changed completely. Not louder, but quieter, like honoring something sacred. No excessive hysteria. There is only a collective sadness. Everyone knows that the moment is not just a meeting. It is a reminder of trust that never fades, even in absence. Behind the silence, there is a deeper story. Fans began making video edits, fan art, even writing poetry and journals about the meaning of the 12 o'clock, the time at which the old day ends and the new day begins. And in the midst of it all, Jungkook remained silent. He didn't post anything, not responding, not discussing the video. But ARMY knows that's the way Jungkook talks. Through his presence, through the time he chooses. and through the gaze captured only by one person, Jimin. A few days later, Jimin again performed Weverse live. He didn't mention any details directly, but in one moment, he played the song 0 o'clock and just said, 12 o'clock is our time to start over. No sound, no load, just us. And the army understands. Not everything has to be explained. Because like the previous message, silence is an honest voice. And this time, the silence was a sign that he had returned. Korean GQ magazine called Jimin and Jungkook's midnight meeting as one of the most poetic forms of emotional expression a K-pop artist has ever done. Rolling Stone wrote, 12 o'clock is not just time. In the world of BTS, it is a symbol. The return of someone you trust will come back, without you having to ask. Meanwhile, social media is also full of fan theories that Jungkook's return at midnight was their secret plan long ago. Some dug back old footage from BTS's 2021 concert, when Jimin briefly whispered to Jungkook on stage, "Don't forget, 0 o'clock." And now that word feels so much more meaningful. In the morning after that moment, HYB surprised everyone with the release of a new song called Midnight Truth, a 3:52-minute acoustic track that was only released on SoundCloud and was not given an official announcement. The title is simple. The cover is simply handwritten, "For him who came back." The song was sung by Jimin, with Jungkook's faint backing vocals. The lyrics are like a letter without a name. You don't have to talk. I don't have to ask. But the 60th second of the deepest night is the answer. The army was crying again, not because the song is sad, but because the song is honest. After the release of the song, Midnight Truth, the world felt different for ARMY. The song is not just a melody, but a silent explanation that has never been spoken directly about the distance, about the departure, and most importantly, about the return. For many, 12 p.m. is just the time. But after that, 0000 became an appointment. Days after the video and song went viral, ARMY's online community became a space for reflection. There is no debate, no excessive speculation. There is only an inexplicable expression of gratitude and emotional closeness. Many fans wrote, "I don't know why I'm crying. They're just sitting, just being quiet. But I get it. I feel it." In Weverse, one of the comments from Japanese fans touched thousands of hearts. "I've never experienced such a reunion, but their passing, it was like I was given a chance to feel what it was like to wait for someone, and that someone actually came. In time." The moment revealed one of the most honest things, that Jimin and Jungkook are not just a duo in a group. They are symbols of relationships that do not depend on distance or time. Relationships that remain intact even when there is no communication. That relationship grow in deep trust. Realizing how deep the emotional impact was, HYB then announced that there would be a documentary short called 0000, the film, scheduled exclusive release on HYB TV platform and then to independent theaters in South Korea. The film will document Jimin and Jungkook's creative process while composing the song Midnight Truth, their moments in the studio, late-night rehearsals, and of course, the seconds leading up to 12 p.m. when Jungkook returns. One of the producers in the film's teaser said, "We don't give them scripts. They do not need to be directed. We just turn on the camera and let them be honest with each other." The film, even before it aired, was already called the most sincere platonic love story between two souls growing up together. In a limited interview released by HYB magazine, Jimin finally talked a little about the meaning of Jungkook's return. He did not mention the project. No offense to the past. But the sentence is sharp and touching. "We're not just partners on stage. We are brothers who once got lost. But I know, whenever the night gets long, he'll be back. And I'll stay in that room, waiting." Because for someone like Jungkook, 12 o'clock is the time to go home. While Jungkook, when asked why he chose to return without notice, just smiled and replied, "Because he knew I was coming. And I know he'll never get tired of waiting." That sentence, "for the army," was enough to end many stories about the return. Often the most touching is not about the arrival, but about the waiting. Jimin, with the calmness and confidence of his heart, has shown the world that love is not always shown with words. Sometimes, love is sitting alone in an empty rehearsal room. It is not to leave even if what is expected has not yet come. It is believed that 12 o'clock at night will bring back what was lost. And Jungkook? It is the return itself. It is proof that relationships that are not explained can still survive. That behind the silence, there is a voice that only those who know each other can hear to the root of the heart. Now, every time the clock strikes 00:00 for the army, it's not just a new day that begins.